And yeah, people say a lot of things, but you know, during his time at Man United, when they were training, they would start training like at, I don't know, 8 o'clock in the morning until 4:30 in the evening, and he wouldn't just clock off and go home. He would stay on the training field and train for another 3-4 hours.
The guy is nuts. I mean, in a good way.
But he didn't just stumble onto world fame. He just didn't become the world's best footballer of all time. He worked for it.
Yeah, he worked for it.
Day in, day out. Gary Vaynerchuk. People say, oh no, but you know, he's got millions and he's this. No, he's not. He worked. He worked from day one. Exactly. Yeah. So, like I'm saying, haters will always hate, but...
Do you know, the one thing, hate comments and everything like that, everyone gets them. At the end of the day, it does, you read it, if you do read it, it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how people, you can write, I like having an opinion. If someone like criticizes something, has an opinion, but like pure hate, like that's one thing. So say it was good, but, or it was okay, but it could have. I respect that.
Yeah.
But when someone just goes in just to be nasty, I'm just like, I'm not that. I could never do that to anyone. I don't know where their heads at.
I haven't finished what I was about to say about Connor. He said on the video I've watched that actually when someone puts a hate comment, it's like placing a mirror in front of him, and he or she actually posts what they feel about themselves.
Okay. Yeah, but
It's young.
But do you have good? Is it good work? Yeah, but is it good work? You got who do you get? Like just people's husbands and stuff.
Not all the time.
Was he cheating?
Not all the time.
I told you so. Everyone asks the same thing.
Yeah, I know. It's corporate stuff.
All right. So did you steal our data?
Yeah. Did you steal our data? Someone that comes in an interview, if they're interviewing for a high-level position, they'll call me in to observe the interview and see if someone's lying.
Oh.
About
so that now you innit?
Yeah.
Badat. Huh. I feel like real Queen's Gambit now.
Not as elegant from my side, but you need to press the button. You see, I'm so well mannered, yeah. So yeah. So it's basically corporate. So interview process. I do statement analysis. So I read statements.
Okay.
So if someone has an insurance claim, and the insurance company doesn't want to pay it out because it's relatively big, then I read through that statement, and I'm trying to be gentleman. And I see for any inconsistencies in the stuff that they've written, the way that they've written, the words that they're using, the mixing up of the tenses, that type of stuff. And you can ascertain whether or not someone is being deceptive. They don't necessarily have to be lying, but they're just being deceptive. And yeah, I mean, people lie all the time, unfortunately, but my job is to catch the big lies. So, like I
if
say,
it's a small lie, don't worry about it.
If it's a small, like you've stolen a pen and your boss is trying to pin it on you, I'm not into that. But I'm more on the
you got to stop talking because he's making me do shit.
I'm sorry. Okay. No, hold on.
I made the move and I was just like,
We'll take that back. Your turn. Sorry.
Oh, no. All right. So you've got a lifeline with me as well now. Oh my god.
I'm sorry.
He's talking. I'm just like interested. And I'm like listening. I'm like, I thought I was going to be doing this to him.
So what do you do for a living, Peter? Anto might say.
Yeah. Don't you start now?
Yeah. Just websites and stuff.
That's it. End of the bio.
Yeah, that's it. Now I'm concentrating. Yeah, no, have a web company. It's family business. Been doing it since I was... How old was I? Oh. Your turn as well.
Yeah.
So... Oh.
Yeah, you're going to have to make
it keeps going down. Anyway, yeah, I've been doing it since I was about 8. I was doing it since I was 18, I think. I got kicked out of school at 16 because there was nothing else they could teach me. And then I was just working.
You were kicked out of school?
Yeah.
Which school?
Med High.
Where
It's in Larnaca.
Larnaca?
Yeah. You know, when I first went to that school, they said, yeah, in a few years, we're changing our school. We're getting a bigger premises. We're going to have this. We're going to have that. We're going to do this. It's still there. Same place. Like 20 years later.
Όπως στην πλατεία Ελευθερίας.
Yeah.
Things in Cyprus don't roll like
They don't go
quickly.
Yeah.
There's an invisible barrier that stops everything rolling.
Changes.
I don't know if it's bureaucracy or mentality or culture.
Okay, it could be mentality, because why change something that does need to change?
But it could also be population. Like, we don't have a bigger like, especially when it comes to like building or something. You know, I don't know, mate. It could be.
I think that's an excuse, because if you take an example of, I don't know, Malta or Iceland,
Yeah, it's completely different.
stuff are moving there. I mean, look at football in Iceland. 10 years ago, they wanted to like reshape the whole plan around football, and 10 years ago, their national team participates in Euro, World Cup, and in Cyprus we are struggling and beating Luxembourg and I don't know, San Marino or Faroe Islands.
It's also a cycle that every team goes through. I mean, the same thing with Armenia. Armenia was really bad many years ago, and then they picked up. So they had like one or two good players, and then they're kind of back in the same place again. So they're only relying on a single player, which is Mickey,
that might
for him to
come out as.
It's like Barcelona and Messi. When Messi was injured a couple of seasons ago and he wasn't playing, all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, Barcelona's going to lose because they don't have Messi. Well, what about the other, 20, 30 players that they have that are actually very good, not only on the bench, but also second division, second
Look
team,
how
third team.
focused Peter is. He doesn't give a shit on what we're talking.
Messi. Messi.
That was convincing.
Yeah, Messi, yes.
He put me in a position that
Money,
and I don't know how I've got 38 seconds and he's got 3:47. I thought, πρέπει να κάνουμε και reset, no?
Yeah, let's reset so we can start from.
Yeah, I do agree what you mean. It's not an excuse. Do you know, in Australia, my friend's building a house, and I go, how? Like, because I know how long it takes in Cyprus. I'm like, how long until it's finished? He goes, yeah, about 4 months. I was like, what? Like 4 months finished? He goes, yeah, ready to move in. And I was like, I helped build my friend's house. It took about 2 years, So I was really impressed with the craftsmanship over there.
Look, they can do the same thing in Cyprus, but you're not really going to get a house that you can live in for very long.
Just want to long it out. Okay. Yeah.
Aren't you're from Larnaca too?
Originally from South Africa, Johannesburg.
South Africa?
But hey?
Yeah. I wasn't planning to go.
But
for sure.
Beautiful country. Obviously, it would be good for you to go there. Yeah, you need to go there with someone who's a local, just to be on the safe side, so you don't go somewhere that you're not supposed to.
And die. It's really cheap. I saw one-way tickets to go South Africa.
Because usually you don't need a return ticket. I mean, no, that was really bad.
No,
it's relatively cheap.
I had a joke about it. I had a joke about that as well. It was one-way tickets to South Africa are so cheap because it's more expensive to send the coffin back.
Nasty. But yeah, it is dangerous.
But still go though.
It is dangerous. Yeah, like I said, it's a beautiful country, but you need to go with someone who's a local that knows where to go and where not to go.
Jan, do you play chess?
No.
Did you watch Queen's Gambit?
Yeah, a couple of episodes.
Didn't you download a chess app straight away?
No, man. I'm very into The Crown now.
Yeah, I've watched The Crown. Wow.
Damn. You know what I do? I pause on the middle of an episode and I'm researching. Did Philip do that? Did Queen Elizabeth said that? Did she actually meet with Jackie?
Yeah.
I'm very into it.
It's called fact checking.
Yeah, and it's called what?
Fact checking.
Fact checking. Yeah, and the thing is...
You thought I said fact checking, right?
Maybe we get our guy to go and do the detonation thing and like see what's going on, if they're telling the truth or not.
It's like I feel like a superhero in front of him right now. I mean, I feel like
95% of the stuff I research, they actually happen.
yeah.
I mean,
It's
even
deep.
the conversations, even the tabloid press where they were like publishing something for the Queen or a visit or
Yeah.
a political situation. I mean, it's really close to what actually happened.
Actually happened. Yeah. Well, they
That's
have to
so-
base it on.
It's a
as close to
fantastic
reality as
production.
possible.
They must be so
Hats off,
pissed off.
hats off. I mean, and the thing is, what makes me love the series is that it's not fiction. It's what happened. Where you at? Which season are
I
you?
finished.
Finished?
Yeah.
Okay, so there are no spoilers. I mean,
Have you finished as well? Well, there's
No.
spoilers.
No.
no, they're not. I mean, it's history. I mean, if you watch it,
Spoiler alert.
yeah, if you watch a documentary with Great Alexander, I mean, what kind of a spoiler? Is
Yeah.
that?
Yeah,
fair enough.
because
I love
it's,
this.
it's facts.
Nah, or 300 the
I was going to
Spartans.
say something that's really mean. You can't just say, "Oh yeah, Diana dies at the end."
Yeah.
Oh no! Come on.
I'm sorry.
She died.
Don't. You're making me laugh now.
What I was saying that, yeah, and the thing is,
Did you move?
Yeah. Moving up my point.
it makes me feel positive to the real family. I mean, the
In
whole
what way?
series.
In what way?
I don't know. You kind of get into their human side of their story, their point of view, their perspective. They're humans at the end of the day with
Yeah, of course.
problems like us, stress, anxiety, love, sex, alcohol, family issues and stuff. And more or less it's she didn't like her uncle. Her uncle was jealous of his brother. Her son was in love with Camila, but she wanted to, I don't know, I haven't reached the Diana thing yet. So
I'm sorry, I gave you
how
a
did
spoiler.
Diana came up?
She dies at the end.
No,
I mean,
but
just all-
I'm up to the Camila stuff now.
Well,
How did Charles end up with Diana?
she went on in the series, he went on a date with Diana's sister,
Okay.
and
What happened with Camila? Did they broke up?
No, she married someone else
Why?
because of
I mean,
royal families all
Are royal
like,
fam-
messed up, innit?
okay, they're messed up.
I feel like a lot of them are like
It's
they're not
like-
allowed to have emotions. That's what I see when I was watching it. It's like you're not allowed to have, or you're allowed to have emotions, but you're not allowed to let people know them. That's what I thought, really, which is quite hard.
It has to be behind closed doors,
Yeah.
unfortunately. Yeah.
But Charles is a weird guy. He was a weird one.
He is. God, he's 70 and he's never gonna be a king. You know what I'm
Imagine.
So
saying?
how does that feel?
I mean, he's gonna be king. He knew that he was going to be king ever since he was, I don't know, 15.
Yeah.
And now
Probably
he's
even before.
70 something.
Yeah.
And he's not even close for the next 5 years.
But every day he's waking up, he's like, "Mum, how you feeling today?"
Are you okay, Mom?
She's there on the
headaches?
treadmill.
Are you okay?
Eating a quinoa salad, like, "I'm fine."
Yeah, she's so good though.
Yeah.
I watch her speech. The
The
one.
real one or the fake one?
Ah,
You see the one on BBC?
both of them. Damn.
I saw something that she was dancing.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
that something else? That was like it was on-
No, I think she had one on BBC. They did it on purpose.
Yeah,
It was a fake
I made a post on Facebook. They did a how do you call deep fake?
deep fake.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And it's scary. It's a glimpse from the future.
Yeah.
You're not gonna tell if that person on
The
video
thing is that you don't know what to believe anymore when you're watching TV. You're like, I saw her say this, and it's like that wasn't her. That was her face with her body, with her voice, but it wasn't her.
the
It's
setup, everything seemed
like, yeah,
real.
yeah. It was legit. It was legit.
talking about TV things that you don't believe, and that's the other took the
What?
Vaccine, yeah, today.
The
Today was a
vaccine
big day.
thing.
Yeah. Supposedly he took it.
I read an article today that, how do you call evloia in Greek? Evloia. Okay, kind of a disease that used
Yeah.
to be
Okay.
a pandemic in the
Ebola.
year. Not Ebola. Ebola, it's Ebola in Greek. Evloia, how do you call evloia in Greek? I don't know. Anyway,
Okay.
That
it
is Evola, was it?
evloia.
Yeah, in English.
But you know evloia, I mean. it doesn't exist anymore. And I was reading an article today that was quoting and citing tabloid press of the early century of people telling that this is a conspiracy theory, they're gonna wipe out the human race, this is all made up from, I don't know, the elite. The same thing.
Yeah.
And it's happening again.
Yeah. Look, I think for me personally, the one thing that I don't like is the fact that the vaccine is being pushed on you rather than it's your free will to take it, just like any other vaccine that kids get.
But is it? Are they going to
Well,
push
Singapore
it?
Airlines says that if you don't have the vaccine, you can't fly with us. So that's
It's
kind
a
of
private though.
it's
When
pushing.
coronavirus, I understand that people are scared of the vaccine. You know, I totally understand why. All this bedladders, robots, etc., and they're going to inject us with microchips and shit is bullshit. Can I swear on this thing? Sorry.
Yeah.
Beep, beep, beep. You can use that on top. But when coronavirus first came and everyone was at home, it was like, oh, we need a vaccine, we need a vaccine. Now the vaccine's here. They're like, no, we're not taking the vaccine.
Of course.
You're like, make your mind up. The only way to get rid of it is to have the vaccine, because no one wants to stay home.
Yeah, of course.
No one wants to, so either you take it, I'll take it straight away. If they say I can go on holiday, or not holiday, but go and live my life and go and
I
do
was
my
watching
career.
yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before, Ryanair has an advert on Sky News, on Sky Channel. Their advert is jab and fly.
Jab.
I like
I
it.
thought that was so cool. I was like, geez, jab
wasn't
and fly.
I need to buy that domain.
There was an Australian company that I read on the news. I mean,
Jab
was
and
it
fly.
CNN? They issued some sort of an announcement, or I don't know, a statement that if you don't get the vaccine, you're not flying with us.
Qantas,
Yeah.
probably Qantas.
Yeah,
But
Qantas.
Singapore
Yeah,
Airlines
that's
as
the
well.
one, yeah.
Last week, Singapore Airlines said that you have to have the vaccine, and you need to be able to prove
It's
it
your
with
choice.
your medical.
Yeah,
But the thing is it your choice?
Yeah, but isn't there, maybe in airlines now, imagine insurance companies are going to go crazy and they might have to, by
Yes.
legal reasons, tell them to have the jab, because if someone catches coronavirus,
yeah.
they're not insured.
And they're legally
So that could be
obliged
a possibility,
to. True.
which it works for everyone really.
True.
So just take the vaccine. If you turn into a robot, as long as I can get, if they make me smarter, taller, or funnier, I'm okay. Give it to me.
I saw a video on TikTok of a guy who,
Sorry that I'm taking long.
he was acting as if he was getting the vaccine, and then he went like, "Hey Bill, are you there?"
Testing,
I didn't
1,
feel
2,
it.
3.
Do it on a video.
That would be sick.
Are you
I've
Peter?
stayed away from corona. I haven't done one video about coronavirus, and I won't.
You won't?
Nah, I don't
Yeah, but
want
you
it.
can troll a bit.
When everyone's healthy and fine, and like, because I have a friend whose uncle died from it, and it's not, you know what I mean? When everyone's healthy and fine, then maybe I'll make a joke.
No.
We're still in
Too
the.
soon.
Yeah, to me, it is, because we're actually living it, and people. It's not even from the virus. It's like psychological, everything, even suicide. People.
Yeah.
You know, more people have died from suicide since it started than coronavirus, I think. So it's quite bad.
Everything has increased, including domestic
Yeah,
violence.
domestic violence, stress, unemployment. The thing is, whatever happens in the real world, whether it is war or a pandemic, there's an economic impact. And I believe that economic impacts are more disastrous when they're negative upon our lives, because we are so like engaged with money and the things that we have to buy and maintain our lifestyle, that whatever comes and distracts all that, it's much more vital than our own health.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Look, the thing is that prior to COVID, you had people saying, you know what, I wish I could take a couple of days off or like a week off so I can stay home, relax, do work in the garden, spend time with family. And when you have that, it's like, I don't want to be doing this because it's not something that I want to do. I want to be able to be free. So as humans, I think we're ready to complain at anything just for the sake of complaining.
Totally
Unfortunately.
agree. I think, do you know what? If the government said, okay, no lockdown, everyone out, back to normal. If we get gruzmada, if people die, the government are to blame.
Exactly.
If they say stay in,
scapegoats, of course.
You can't do anything.
What if they were like, okay, no lockdowns, keep your social distancing.
Sweden.
Yeah.
Sweden.
And
They have a
please take
high
care.
death rate, isn't it?
Please take care, or else we're gonna have a lot of people dying. I don't know if that.
No, I think why not? I'm for that. If you're scared, stay home.
It's kind of
Where did you move?
I am transferring the.
Bishop to here.
How can I say that? It's your responsibility. It's not the government's responsibility to take care.
Yeah, but they are taking the responsibility now, or they're trying to.
Yeah.
No,
Or trying to control.
They're enforcing
No.
laws.
Yeah.
Lockdown laws.
Well, I think,
There are fines if you don't wear a mask in public places. They say that you're not allowed to be in a place more than 10 people. I mean, there are laws.
Look, the reason why they're trying to enforce that in Cyprus specifically is because people don't listen. So even during the initial lockdown, you still had people trying to find the neighbor's dog so they could go walk in the park with their friends.
And smart asses.
So, I mean, I get that because you don't want your privileges to be infringed on and freedom to be taken away from. But the reason why that's happening is because there's a serious issue. And the serious issue is that if you don't stay home, then it's going to increase and it's going to spread. So, same thing with South Africa. And the second strain, or the more serious strain, didn't come from the UK. People think it came from the UK. It actually came from South Africa. The COVID-20, I think now it's called.
But I come into 20.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
COVID, it's a family of viruses. And is it COVID-20? The 21? What? It's a mutant one.
Yeah, it's mutated to
from
the
Africa.
Well, it's from the existing COVID,
Damn,
but it's
they
just
are
mutated.
pros.
So.
You don't mess up with Africa viruses.
Never touch South Africa, man.
Ebola, it's much more. Used to be deadlier than COVID, right? Or is it still?
You mean Ebola?
Ebola, yeah.
It was bad. Oh, that's
It was
all I
bad
remember.
in Central
but
Africa,
it stayed
but
there, innit? It stayed
yeah.
in Africa.
Yeah.
Because the government didn't want it to.
Well, a friend of mine told me because they don't have money to travel,
Yeah, but
which is pretty stupid. But
some of those do.
I think
Europeans travel to Africa and then they go back.
yeah, but they don't go
Strange.
to the jungles of Congo or Zaire or Ivory Coast. I mean, it's
You think it was assassinated in the Middle Land?
maybe. But then again, this virus came across from some wet market in Wuhan.
Wuhan.
So how does that then
They're
travel?
all right there, though. I mean, they don't have cases, COVID cases.
Well, that's what they say. There's people that say there's no cases. There's people that say they're hiding the real cases. And
Yeah.
Are you gonna get the vaccine, Anto?
I don't mind getting it as long as it's not forced on me. Like, I feel that
So it's a matter of perspective.
I want a couple of
Years.
million people to do it
Yeah.
before I do it.
see if they don't turn into a werewolf and then probably get the jab. Look, it's also Fauci was saying a couple of days ago that he was not extending the truth, but he was trying to instill some sort of like fear factor. So, and the fear factor was with the numbers that he was talking about. Now imagine that we've had cancer for God knows for how long, and we don't have a vaccine, we don't have
but
anything
cancer,
to fight
it's
against
not a
it.
matter of a vaccine. It's
True.
It's with the cells and stuff.
Okay, so if I go to a pharmaceutical company and I say I think I have a cure for some sort of disease, it'll probably take me 3-4 years for the clinical trials to go through, and then they'll probably find something and they'll say, sorry, but we can't do this because it's not fit for human usage. Whereas, the COVID vaccine was up and running in 3 months?
Let's
4
say
months?
a year. Let's say a year.
Not even. I
I
mean
mean, let's say they were working on it before it even came
Go
out.
for it.
France said, you know what, we think we have a vaccine. And then all of a sudden US said, no, we're working on a vaccine. And then Russia said, no, we have Sputnik. So
I couldn't get out of that.
So, which is it? I mean, how easy is it to formulate a vaccine that's going to save millions and millions of people? I mean, just certain things just don't make sense.
And another thing, what if I'm traveling in the EU and I'm vaccinated with Sputnik? Am I going to be allowed to?
Maybe they won't recognize in specific European countries. I don't know.
You see,
I don't
there are politics involved as well.
Look, it's also, I mean, multi-billion-dollar industry, man. No one's doing this for free. I mean, Pfizer is getting paid by the government or from some sort of organization.
And they even sell the product as such. I mean, I don't know.
Of course.
10 euros per.
Yeah. But yeah, on a lighter note.
Pissing me off.
On a lighter note. Yeah, but South Africa. Have you been to South Africa?
Never.
You haven't been.
Have you been, Peter?
South Africa?
Yeah.
No, not yet.
He wants to go.
Yeah. My friend came over to live in Cyprus with his girlfriend, and he said to me that he used to live on a farm, and him and his friend, and one of them had to sleep, the other one had to stay awake and watch the cameras.
I'm not going there.
Yeah, that's what he said, because if supposedly if someone comes in to rob you in South Africa, they're not just going to rob you.
They're going to kill you.
Yeah. And like,
is it true, Anto?
I'll just leave all my stuff outside every night.
So why should I go to South Africa?
So they don't even have
why
to
should I go there?
Because of the history,
Yeah,
because of the culture.
Come on, give us.
Because of the things that you can do, wildlife, heritage.
Yeah. What is the thing? The wildlife?
Kruger National Park.
Yeah, that's bigger than Cyprus, right?
Yeah.
That's where I want to go.
You've got the mountain ranges, so if you're a mountain climber, you want to go hiking, you can do that. You've got the casinos, so Lost City, Sun City.
You know what?
I do not condone gambling.
I know a lot of Cypriots that they migrated from South Africa to Cyprus.
Yeah.
Everyone had a relative that either was kidnapped or murdered. Yeah. Kidnapped or murdered.
You see, the really bad circumstances are they might try and hijack you and they might shoot you in the process, but because there's a lot of blood in the car, they can't really sell it, so they might just leave you there and go to another person, another car that fits their order. So if you want to, let's say a BMW M Series dark blue color, manual or automatic, you place an order to a person, and that person speaks to his people, and they go out into the market, into the streets, and they wait for a blue BMW M3 Series to be able to hijack you. So if the hijacking goes bad and you put up a fight and they shoot you and there's a lot of blood in the car, they just leave you and they go to another blue color BMW M3. So it
sounds like GTA. Do you know what I mean? It basically sounds like GTA.
So yeah, value for life for them. It's
mad.
So Dima, we're not going to South Africa for a documentary.
We are, as long as you go with the South African.
With rifles and stuff?
No, just with the South African.
What do you mean? I mean, go with someone who knows?
Yeah, someone who knows.
Did you just checkmate me? Man,
yeah. You should say that though.
Yeah, moto. I put myself in the little hole.
You did.
I said I watched Gambit once, yeah?
What are you guys talking about? What's Gambit? I'm just trying to act as if I've never watched it. We can play again.
I asked him, we're playing again.
We can play again.
I said to him, do you know how to play?
Yeah.
You've watched, I bet if we go on your Netflix, is this your phone? Look, you've got Gambit on replay.
Look, I participated in Cyprus Championship last year, but I haven't. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
I believe that. I believe that.
I'm kidding.
No, you're not.
I started playing when I was 4. But hold on, and this is how it happened. It's an interesting story.
I was playing with my bulu when I was 4. Bloody hell, you know what I mean? I went playing with chess.
I don't like where this conversation is going. My father was actually teaching my brother. He's 4 years older than me. And I was sitting in the background. Obviously, my father's thinking he's 4 years old. What does he know?
Maybe because I was white, that's why I lost.
It could be. You have a point.
I'm one of those with excuses. Go on.
And after a couple of days, my father comes in the house and he hears me and my brother screaming and shouting about, pieces and this and that. And my dad's like, what the hell's going on? So he goes into the room and he sees us playing chess. And I'm like saying something and my brother saying something else. He's like, hold on, but he actually knows. He actually watched what the pieces do and so on and so forth. So from then on, I started playing and I played a little bit in school. But I haven't done anything professionally because obviously you need to. How does that feel?
My mother met Kasparov.
You're doing this thing already. He's doing this thing and he's going to checkmate.
25 years ago when he came in Cyprus.
Nice.
Yeah, they brought him to the Russian Cultural Center and he was having an exhibition game. And she was doing the translation.
Okay.
And I remember when she was talking about him. Do you know Kasparov, right, Peter? Kasparov.
Of course he knows. He's got his poster in his room.
Was he the best of all time? he was beaten by a computer.
We're talking about chess.
IBM, what is it called? Blue chip? No. Blue?
Some sort of AI
Something,
computer.
yeah.
Listen, I watch Queen's Gambit. Dudos, he knows everything. 4 years old.
I think he's friends with Kasparov. Yeah, I know Kasparov.
I call him Gary. I don't know.
Gary.
When he said Kasparov, I was like, who but Gary?
Gary.
Gary, you're right,
I
Gary.
know Gary too.
You're right, mate.
But look, I don't know if he was the best player of all times.
He was.
I can say he's one of the best players. I mean, you've got Carlsen,
yeah.
who's
There was
just
another
he's
Russian
a
as well.
Beast.
Who?
Carlsen. Magnus Carlsen.
He was an Englishman? No, American one?
No, I think he's.
What, Scandinavian?
I want to say Danish, Norwegian, or Swedish.
Yeah, Scandinavian.
Nordic.
Like
yeah. I know I'm gonna get people to say, "How did you not know that he's Canadian?" Yeah, but chess is something that you have to keep on practicing on a regular basis, and the important thing is that you also need to play against different.
Check. I might not be able to do that for the rest of the day. So check.
Oh, sorry.
Just get me check.
So
Can we edit this so I look like I've checked him loads of times? Check. Check.
Oh my word, that's
Check.
a check.
One minute, can I just do one more thing?
Not again.
One more thing. Checkmate. So the previous game.
Drop the mic.
Previous game. Edit that. I won. Yeah.
No. Checkmate. Check
Check this,
Checkmate.
mate.
That's gonna be the opening teaser of the episode.
Can't the Diana thing be the?
Hey, I'm surprised they don't teach chess in our school's curriculum. Chess or
There's a lot of things they could be teaching.
I mean, chess helps you to form a strategic point of view. I don't know, mathematics, patience.
You need
a lot of soft skills.
Yeah, the one thing that I would really love to see in schools is soft skills. Is to teach kids how to communicate, to teach kids how to
Via games like chess.
Manage their anger, manage stress.
There'll be a lot of broken chessboards.
and it's sad because the thing is that kids nowadays, they need this. Kids nowadays, they need this, and they don't get this from anywhere. I mean, I have people sending me messages through Facebook saying, I'm trying to study for exams and I'm going through a stressful time. Can you help me?
Yeah.
Or can you give me some sort of advice?
Buy a dog, play some chess.
And it's sad because they don't have an outlet. Like they don't have someone to speak to.
Fortunately, they have the internet nowadays, but for kids,
that just confuses even more.
If you don't have, if they don't have parental guidance, it's tough for them to figure out solutions. And
I said to Yannos before, last time I came on, about technology, that I think is enough. Enough's enough. And we had you don't think it's enough, but you understand what I mean. There's too much. Like when we were kids, we played outside. Now kids are 4 years old on the iPad.
That's a whole different discussion that I'm really fond into it, because the best quote I got from The Crown was, let me quote it exactly. It's that you think you're in a phase where you're unhappy, and there comes an event that's worse, and you realize then that the situation you were before was not unhappiness, but it was actual happiness. And what I want to say is that we always feel nostalgic about the past. We don't have gratitude for the present, and we always worship the future. Nice one.
So did you just make that up now?
Oi!
Okay.
I
would take you with me on tour if that
I'm having this discussion with myself lately about
the grass is never greener. The grass isn't.
The
grass is never greener.
Never.
It's not always greener on the other side.
That's the one.
Right?
That quote, it's like...
No, the quote is the grass is always greener on the other side. What you're saying, the grass is not always greener on the other side.
The grass is always green at the end of the day.
But it depends what your situation is. And look, the one
whatever it is, mate.
No, because the thing is that I can be in an abusive relationship, okay?
Brutal one, you said?
Abusive.
Abusive, okay.
And the grass will be green on the other side because I might actually find someone who loves me for who I am and not take advantage and so on and so forth. So it depends on the circumstances.
Yeah, but what if you go into a plane and the plane crashes and you're the only survivor, for example?
Well,
You're a lucky bastard.
then you need to find an island and find people like you. And
No, you're Liam Neeson if that happens.
Do you do impressions?
Huh?
I love Liam Neeson impressions.
I can't do the.
I will find
There's someone
you.
that does really good
I
impressions
will
here.
kill
but
you. Peter.
She does amazing impressions.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Do us Liam Neeson.
I don't.
That's
really know how
difficult.
to do that.
He would,
She'll
it
practice.
goes like,
next
One
time.
of my useless talents.
I will find you.
I'll study it
I'll
for
hunt you
next time.
down.
will find you.
and I'll
perfect
kill-
it for next time.
Yeah. Do an Anastasiadis.
Actually, the
That's why she started laughing when you
Hey,
said
can you do an Anastasiadis?
You guys are putting me on the spot.
The easiest one everyone does, it's Averov.
who?
Averov.
Oh,
He's the president of Συναγερμός.
Oh, I don't know.
Ναι ρε. A pair of glasses.
I saw him at Starbucks 2-3 weeks ago. Averov.
Averov?
In the morning, yeah. It was 8 o'clock in the morning. He drove up with his chauffeur. And believe it or not, he got his own coffee. But the thing is that he seemed like a cool guy because he was greeting everyone that would just look in his direction.
Ρε, we are...
Kalimera, guys.
Yeah, we
I found that pretty cool. I was
we are
like,
going through a pre-election period. I mean,
Yes.
don't get...
and then it clicked. I was like, hold on.
So we were saying about gratitude
Yeah.
and appreciating what we have today.
Mhm.
Because Peter,
I'm happy with
yeah,
that.
he told me that with the technology, he's not very, he's up to here. No more technology for Peter. And I'm like, man, we haven't even started yet.
Yeah, but that's a scary thing.
But why is it scary? Why does it scare
Yeah,
you?
because everyone's happy. Like, just like we're not actually at the moment. Not everyone is happy, but if it's technology to like better people, okay.
But it does.
No, but I mean like people that need it, like people without food or water, not just to have a better time. Do you know what I mean? Oh, now we don't have to
Quicker
touch
mobile
our
phone. Or,
yeah, like all this stuff.
Yeah, but what's wrong with better time? I mean,
Hey, we already have a good time. Πάμε έξω. Όχι τώρα.
Are, can you imagine yourself 20 years ago in Cyprus, in Nicosia, let's say? Are, we didn't have anywhere to go. Okay, I can understand. It was safer.
No, that's a lie. You guys had
What?
Caramella.
Caramella, what's that? A club?
That was a
Elobia,
club,
nightclubs.
isn't it?
Yeah, Elobia. You guys had, come on, man. You guys had clubs.
Damn, you reminded me of a
Yeah, I took you way back.
1800
Back in time.
middle age.
Yeah.
I had a talk today with a friend, and I told him that if you go back, we had like 2 clubs,
Yeah.
3 or 4 cafes, 10
And that's it.
taverns, and that was it.
And that's it, yeah.
Yeah, checkmate. Yeah.
Now you have technology; you can communicate
Check.
with people faster. I mean,
Yeah,
you
but that's
can,
enough. What else do you want to do? Teleport. That's the next thing. Only if teleport, if they do that, I'm for it.
With or
like,
without
teleport
vaccine,
it 10,000 years
And that's
away
That's
technology.
that's the only thing
It's
we need.
breaking the atom and then
Yeah.
rebuilding it.
Maybe
We're
this
not even-
vaccine. Maybe this vaccine is
Does
the
that
thing
for
that's
you.
gonna do it. Oh, conspiracy.
So what's the next step of technology? Let me guess. Artificial intelligence. That's the next step.
Probably.
I mean, having a robot being like you.
Yeah.
Καντήσι του.
Like one is not enough.
Could you imagine 2 of us going ah? It's not funny.
There's a theory that says if aliens visit, there won't be aliens. There will be the robots that were made by aliens because they won't need oxygen, food to travel.
Wow, okay.
Yeah,
It'll be just the aliens on their planet, just like with a remote control controlling them.
no, they don't need remote control. They're gonna be artificial intelligent bots, so
That'd be mad.
robots with memories, with understanding, with problem solving and everything.
If they're not here already.
I
learned so much stuff on TikTok. It's really bothering me. It's like I learned more like knowledge from TikTok than I have at school, the 16 years of school. There was like some
In
CIA
3 months' time.
There was this guy. There was some little video about some guy from the CIA that retired, and he said that there was the special mission or something to kill all birds on Earth and replace them with robotic birds. And it was like something water, so they can see where everyone is, and supposedly they are among us. I don't know. I just listened. It was mission something water. I'll find it.
Mission birds.
I think I saved it. And supposedly he's dead now.
Who, the CIA agent?
Yeah.
Suicide, probably gunshot to the back of the
What
head.
I saw,
Bird, mate. Like
what I've watched
Bird.
lately was an Obama's interview, and the host was like, "Okay, Mr. Barack, can you please tell me if aliens exist? Have you read the secret script of NASA or whatever?" And he was like, "I cannot answer that." And that means a yes for me.
yeah, I saw that. I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah, on TikTok. I saw that next, but it was a cut from his interview. It was not like, it wasn't a setup. It was a cut from his interview.
I really think teachers are now watching TikTok and like, oh, that'd be good to teach the students tomorrow.
Youngsters consume content on social media happily. Who wants to listen to an old teacher?
The problem is listening and then like believing in things, because like on social media, so much trough there's, so much clickbait, so much stuff that you just got. I feel like social media stops people having a mind of their own and having their own thoughts on things, and it's quite scary. Do you not agree?
And it also confuses people. So there's one group on Facebook, it's for emotional intelligence and people that have just general issues and questions they'll ask. And there was a guy that asked a question, I think yesterday or the day before. He said there's someone that's done something to me, then I can't forgive them. What is the process I need to follow to forgive them? And it had like 300 comments on that one single post. And you have people saying all sorts of weird stuff. Like try meditation.
You just say sorry.
Try yoga. Try and speak to him. Try therapy sessions. Try and clear your mind. Go to the mountains and find a spiritual thing. But each person says what they. I mean, it's subjective what you do, right?
Totally.
But the end of the bottom line is that you have to confront that issue, like with every other issue, like with every other phobia that you have. There's a certain level of confrontation. Even recovering alcoholics, the first step is, one of the steps is to be able to acknowledge that there is an issue, and then you can progress further on. So, and reading through 200, 300 comments, I was like, but it's subjective. Like, you're telling me to do something, but maybe that's not the right thing for me. Maybe yoga is not the right way to deal with this situation.
It depends. What's your purpose? If you have high
these
goals,
are all,
like he was saying, it just
are these
also
all strangers
confuses.
though?
Yeah,
replying.
Just general people trying
I
to
just
give
like
their 2
that.
cents worth.
I just like that one comment that someone puts, that Michael Jackson gif eating popcorn. Just that I'm here for the comments. That's the only one I like.
how do you handle hate comments now?
He doesn't get any hate comments.
I
man.
don't get.
He doesn't get hate comments.
Last time he came, we were discussing whether
lying.
there's
He
gonna
was
be
lying.
someone that is gonna be posting something negative, and I was monitoring his post, my post,
Yeah, he's stalking
and there
you
were
right now.
couples. Yeah, you're not funny.
But it doesn't matter.
Look, haters are always going to hate. It's as simple as that.
Haters gonna hate.
Yeah, they will always hate. And the thing is that, I mean, especially in my line of work, if I make a video and I say something of like a micro expression, so I'm analyzing a person during an interrogation, and I say, oh, look at that, well, she's showing disgust because this goes up. I'll get people saying, oh, but you're wrong. That's not really direct disgust, it's general disgust. And I know, I mean, we're not dissecting this. I'm just giving knowledge to the general public. This isn't a congressional hearing where I need to. I'm not Zuckerberg to tell you where my millions are going. I'm just telling you that at the end of the day, you look out for these specific cues, and you always get someone that is trying to be a smart ass, and they'll try and outsmart you.
Yeah.
In public, especially on Facebook.
He just said that. Why he done? He basically just outsmarted me.
No, it's a fair exchange. It's a fair exchange. Yeah, because people just generally.
I've watched the video from Conor McGregor. Actually,
You love him, innit?
Yeah, he's an inspiration for me because I I have been following him ever since he was cage fighting in some pubs in
In the
Ireland.
early age, yeah.
Nere,
Right in the
in
beginning.
2013, he was getting paid 165 euros from the social insurance
Yeah.
thing.
Signing on, that's
Nere. And I remember him telling every single time I was watching a video, one day I'm going to be a world champion.
Yeah.
One day I'm going to be a million. One day I'm going to make it. One day I'm going to make it. And I was watching him through the process and watching a guy saying that he's going to do stuff and going out there doing it.
And doing it. Yeah.
It's like, I don't want his money. I don't want his glory. I want his...
Mindset.
Yeah. It's all about mindset at the end of the day. I mean, I believe that all human beings are equal. We all have the same capabilities.
Yeah.
It's the mind that sets our course.
True.
Everything, it's here. Everything. That's why I hate excuses. I hate them to my gut.
My uncle hates it when I say problem. There's never a problem.
There's an issue.
Yeah. If I say
There's
the
a
word
situation.
problem,
Yeah, there's a situation.
You know what? If you repeat that to yourself, that stop using the word problem. It's either a mathematical problem or it's a health problem. Other than that,
True.
replace the word problem with the word issue.
Yeah.
I mean,
Or a situation.
or a situation.
Do you know what? Like we were saying, haters will always hate. You have a lot of people that say, Ronaldo, he's famous, but he
Where
did
was
this, he
that?
did that. It was on the black, yeah.
yeah,
You're cheating. Re.
yeah. I went back to
You're
white.
not even using the clock.
I was actually thinking I've forgotten how to play chess because I know for sure that piece doesn't go there. But
Yeah, I think I wanted to go there.
It's a new move.
Is this
Haven't
like
you
a-
read the new rules?
Did something change?
Peter, it's new rules, isn't it?
Yeah, it's Cypriot rules, isn't it?
And people say a lot of things, but during his time in Man United, when they were training, they would start training like at 8:00 in the morning until 4:30 in the evening, and he wouldn't just clock off and go home. He would stay on the training field and train for another 3-4 hours.
The guy is nuts. I mean, in a good way.
But he didn't just stumble onto world fame. He just didn't become the world's best footballer of all time. He worked for it.
Yeah, he worked for it.
Day in, day out. Gary Vaynerchuk. People say, oh no, but he's got millions and he's this. No, he's not.
We spoke.
He
about it.
worked. He
does
worked
work.
from
His ass.
day one. Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, like I'm saying, haters will always hate, but
Do you know the one thing? Hate comments and everything like that. Everyone gets them. At the end of the day, it does. You read it. If you do read it, it's like okay.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand how people. You can write. I like having an opinion. If someone like criticizes something, has an opinion, but like pure hate, like that's one thing. So say it was good, but or it was okay, but it could have. I respect that.
Yeah.
But when someone just goes in just to be nasty,
yeah.
I'm just like I'm not that. I could never do that to anyone.
No,
I couldn't. I don't know where their heads at. To
I haven't
actually do
finished
that.
what I was about to say about Connor. He said on the video I've watched that actually when someone puts a hate comment, it's like placing a mirror in front of him. And he or she actually posts what they feel about themselves.
Yeah. They chose the inner self.
Καταλάβες? I mean, what's the gain for you to post something hateful
Well, the only gain
for
they can,
someone you don't even know?
it's just they really. I don't know. They really. I think they just want to have their attention. They really want to just, or they just really like hurting people's or trying to hurt people's.
Hey, are you in a
feelings.
happy place, Anto? Peter, are you in a happy place with your life now?
Yes.
Okay, so what's the reason of you going under Peter's post or mine post and post something hateful?
Envy.
You're not going to do it
jealousy.
because you're in a happy place. You're in a happy place.
You can be in a happy place, but you can be a really jealous person.
Nah.
So
If
let's
you're
say
a
for-
jealous person, you're not in a happy place. You have
No,
jealous.
no.
You
You
have
might be-
jealousy within you.
You might be in a happy place. Like, for example, I wish I was like Tony Robbins. I'm in a happy place, but I want to be making millions. I want to be this motivational speaker. So if he's all successful, he's such a stupid guy, and I don't like him because it's jealousy. Jealousy makes you nasty. That's what they used to say in South African school. Na. Jealousy makes you nasty, which is true because it does.
I don't think that's one. I don't.
You
No. we're gonna get it. No, that's the that's the one.
I never said that to me. Yeah, so it makes.
I think
you,
that's what I.
It makes you become a different person. Same thing with money. You get a lot of people that say money changes someone, right? Okay, I don't believe in that. I just believe that
No,
money
it doesn't.
it brings out the true self.
Yeah, the real you.
Exactly.
True story, right? About money as well, which proves what type of person I am. Everyone has Revolut, right?
What's that?
You have Revolut?
The what?
Revolut?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they got trading on Revolut, and I spent $100 on this one company, and I had like, I don't know how many shares. I think I got 100 shares, and I spent $100 or something like that. So I had 100 shares or whatever.
$1 per share.
So maybe it wasn't like that. Anyway,
Anyway.
so one day I woke up, and it said that my stock went up 4,300%.
Okay.
And I had 130,000 in my account. I'm looking at it. I'm like, what? Well, I'm rich. Well, not rich, but rich in our standards. You know, like, like. And I was like, what? And I called my friend. I was like, yeah, I've got 130. I screenshot. I sent it to him. I was like, what am I gonna do? And it was Sunday, so I couldn't sell my stocks.
Yeah.
I had to wait until Monday. So the whole, like, for another 5-6 hours, I'm just like, well, I'm gonna give you money. I'm gonna give you money. I'm gonna pay you. I'm gonna give you.
I'm gonna buy the Porsche.
And like, I
It's
went
like
to sleep.
Onassis.
I had to sleep because I was like, fuck, I'm gone. I'm
Adrenaline.
like, what? Coronavirus, I buy my own plane. I'm gone. And I was like 130 grand. Yeah, you can't. I'll rent one.
I did the math. It doesn't work out that way.
Anyway, I've gone to sleep. I've woke up, like my app wasn't opening, so I had to go and update it. I updated it, and I was down €10. It was a glitch. But the point of the story is, I had money and I was giving it away, but I didn't really have it.
Monopoly,
So I would
not
be a
even
good rich.
Monopoly money.
I would be a good rich person. So if there's any rich people out there that need to look after their money, those
Say the same thing. I mean, you show the real you when you're drunk as well.
Yeah.
When you get drunk and you're like happy, it means that you're a happy person. When you get drunk and you're like bad motherfucker and you're trying to get into troubles and hit
people up for no reason,
that's the real you.
Yeah.
That's the real you.
Yeah. That's why when someone says, sorry, baby, I was drunk, it just happened. You really wanted that to happen. And being drunk just kind of breaks down that barrier of you thinking, no, I shouldn't do that. But you do really want to do that. So being drunk is not an excuse.
I'm just an emotional drunk. If I drink, I'm really like
Crying,
nah. I'm just like
moody.
hey, we go way.
Hunger, and I don't like this anymore.
No, like
Peace on earth.
yeah, like more than
I got
peace on
drunk
earth type of-
twice in my life, and I also got
You got drunk twice.
Twice. My
Only
wife.
twice?
Yeah, my wife.
1 minute. What did you say? You got drunk twice,
I got drunk twice in my life.
and then you said my wife.
It was my
you got
wife.
drunk and you got married.
No.
Oh.
Okay, let me rephrase it. I got
Check.
drunk twice in my
check.
life, and both of the times it was my wife's. I
Be
wouldn't
careful.
say
Be careful. Be
I won't say
careful.
fault. I would say
You just did?
act. Like, see, and I got emotional. Right?
Okay.
Nah.
Nah, the first one I was recalling about the expectations my father has,
Right.
and the second one, I'm gonna succeed in my life. And I was in both cases I was crying. I was emotionally crying.
Here's a question: what did when you said about your dad expectation? What did your dad want you to be? If he wanted you to be,
He wanted me to be a great pianist.
Okay.
He wanted me to be a great mathematician. What else? As far as I remember, those two things. And he always wanted me to be an A student.
Was you an A student?
No, I was a B student. My sister.
You let him down, man.
Shame on you. You
I
should
was
get
gonna
drunk.
say that, but
It's
I
like
felt
that Game of Thrones. Shame.
My sister was an A student. Yeah, A motherfucker plus.
Younger than
student.
you?
Yeah, she's younger. She's 31. She's the star of our family.
Yeah, so is my sister.
Nere.
Yeah. They can do anything they want.
My
They'll
mother
still
calls
be...
her. My mother calls her. My mother calls her Sweetie, and I'm Yannis.
My dad said, I'm living proof that condoms don't work.
Check. That's awkward silence right now. But
No, but he says it funny.
I'm sorry. How does someone
He
say
says it with love.
Yeah, okay. You have to be there, right?
That's
You
it.
have to be there.
You're getting more mature as time goes by, and all
Yeah.
these thoughts are like, okay, he had expectations, what to do. I'm not a pianist. Anyway, I'm not a mathematician.
Are you happy that
I
you're
mean,
not a
I'm
pianist?
happy. I mean, I don't care. I don't care what you expect from me. So
Yeah, but when it comes from a fatherly figure, it hits home because you feel like probably you've let them down to a certain extent. But like you said, look, the biggest issue in Cyprus with kids is that they try to do what their parents want them to do.
nada. Even
So
today,
they have that expectation. So why did you go study in the UK for 4 years to become an accountant? No, because my father wanted me to do that. Okay, that's cool. What
and you might as well do it in Cyprus College, for example.
no, but the thing is that what did you want to do? What did you want to become? What's your passion in life?
Can I ask a question? When did you get my bishop?
No, your bishop is here.
When did you get that one? That was over here. All right.
It was
Because I was like, he was over there. I was
Shall
going to do
play it
this
on
really
replay,
swift
Peter?
move.
Should I put it on replay?
replay.
You don't watch you want to watch the cameras?
Check.
So yeah, kids it's challenging for them because they try to do what their parents want them to do, which I can understand because a parent's main role is to be able to guide their kids to a stable
Yeah, but not
work
dictate
and-
the future.
But exactly, you can't dictate what's gonna. There's a certain amount of assistance that you can give to a child, and there's a certain amount of this is what you have to do. And unfortunately, it's the latter where they.
Isn't it tough though, not having an opinion or a will or a want on what your children are gonna be? I mean, isn't? Do you have children? No.
Maybe.
I might. I might have. I don't know. I'll edit that though.
Check.
Aren't you dreaming sometimes about your kids being a doctor, for example, or something?
No.
Something successful.
Look, I want my son to be as successful as he can because he does have potential, because he's smart.
Oh, you've
right?
got kids.
Yeah, a 6-year-old son. So
Yeah.
I believe in that, but I'm not gonna force him. I mean, I've never learned how to play the piano. Okay, personal, and
let
I
down.
wish I had that opportunity to learn how to play the piano because I love it, and I love listening to the piano, and I love the way that people just play it as if it's second nature. But if it's something that he doesn't really want to do, I'm not gonna force him to play the piano so I can live through him.
No.
Right?
No.
If I had kids, I got to talk about it. I got imaginary little shit. Wait until I get home.
Wait until your mother finds out about
Yeah.
this.
So if I had a kid, I would want him to be a comedian, but I'd let him be whatever he wanted to be. Depends. But I'd love him to be a comedian. My plan is to go on the road and just do comedy. So if I have a kid,
I'll take it with me.
yeah,
Without his mom.
the mum was going to be like, no, is it my go?
Check.
Oh, ρε, κάνει check.
sorry,
Ρε, άεις
I'm
με να
sorry.
κάνω τα δικά μου τα πάνω.
Look,
It's getting close to
it's
check.
just another move. It's just
Is it getting close to checkmate?
It's just another move.
Is it 2-0?
1-0 so far.
Yeah, 1-0.
Not yet.
You know what they
But
say,
he
don't-
does this thing where I make my move and then he makes his move too quick, so he already knows. Like I'm one step ahead of me. He's one step
That's scary.
ahead of me.
Yeah, we were talking about our children's
man.
future. And
Yeah, I just want him to become whatever he wants to become, and for him to
Be
be happy
happy.
in what he's doing. Yeah.
What if they're happy in like Japan and you're in Cyprus?
I still not bad.
If he's happy in being in Japan and doing what he wants to do, then let him go to Japan and doing what he's passionate in doing.
The thing
How
is,
old is your son?
6.
6. Maybe wait a couple of years.
my mother.
No, the quicker the better.
My mom always says, I'm going to retire and then I'm going to go to my daughter. She's in New York. And I'm going to live there with her. And my sister is like,
No, you're not.
no, you're not.
He's done it. He's doing it. I know. I can see it. Even this. I trapped him there.
Yeah.
And now it's working to his advantage.
Yeah. But did you really trap me there, or did I want to be trapped?
Ah, just give me one. Give me one. I trapped you.
I saw the moves on the ceiling, and I'm just, yeah, it's done.
Did you know that this is an escape room? I mean, people come here at brain games and...
I kind of figured that out because it's got like cameras and trapdoor and...
let's hope that Michael doesn't forget that we're in here.
Well, we nearly got locked in here once already. Yeah. Make sure no one leaves downstairs.
Please. Please. No, jokes aside, no, please.
This will be the longest podcast.
So we were talking about children. Yeah, it's tough to... Personally, I don't have expectations as far as the outcome of people.
Yeah.
But I do believe in their potential and their capabilities.
Of course.
That you can say that's an expectation, but it's outcome and process in the middle. I have an expectation that you can do it.
Yeah.
You have the capabilities, you have the power, it's everything there. You can do it. If I can do it, you can do it.
Yeah.
But I don't get disappointed if they don't make it at the end of the day.
Is this checkmate coming up?
Yeah. One minute.
Actually, he was asking, is this check?
No, this is checkmate.
What you mentioned is actually very true.
You carry on with your conversation.
It's one of the things that I used when hiring people within the companies that I used to work for. So the teams that I built the teams on their potential, okay, and that you can figure out through the interview. What are they passionate about? So the interviews that I do, it's not your normal job interview that you find in Cyprus. It's the interview of finding out about the person. What are you passionate about? Why did you study what you studied? If you had the choice to change it, what would you do? And 9 times out of 10, people would choose a different field to study in. And when you ask them why, they say because of my father, because of my mother, because of my uncle, because of my aunt. So the people that I hired within the teams that I worked in, I've done it based on their potential, and I've never been proven wrong. So that means that with my help and their determination, because during the interview phase, you get to know the person a lot more than just working with a person 9 to 5. And someone says, you know what, I hired someone that used to be a waitress. And when she was hired, they said, oh, but why did you hire her? I mean, she used to bust tables and she used to be a waitress. So, she studied finance, so you need to give her a shot. And she had that passion. And she said, if you give me the job, I'm going to prove everyone wrong. I'm going to prove you right. I'm going to do this. And she was one of my star performers. So it's not the basis of, I know how to do an interview and, you promised me something. It's, what is it you want to do? What is it you want to achieve in life?
What if they're like 22 years old and they haven't figured out what they want to do in their life? I mean, how do you...
You get that through the interview. So what drives you?
But sometimes the younger people, you can mold them to the way you want to be. Sometimes someone that's learned a specific way, you can't teach an old dog new tricks.
Fair enough, yeah.
So
there was one lady that she had studied finance, and I told her, what are you passionate about? So forget about your finance degree that you studied for 5 years. What do you want to do? And she said, I love working with kids. She studied finance and she likes working with kids. So obviously she wants to do something that has interaction with kids, like teachers or psychologists or something.
Do you know the one thing I hate? I don't like using the word hate, but when you have an interview with someone and they go, I like to travel. All right, that's like the first time I get a little holiday leave, I'm gone. I had people I love to travel. They were on holiday like every week.
Who doesn't?
Yeah, I know, but don't say they like, all right, you love to travel. But it's like, to me, like the people I've hired before that said they love to travel were getting loads of holidays. I mean, this is, I just want to go on holiday. I don't really want to be here. When I get a chance to go travel, I'm gone. I don't.
It's also, if you're traveling, why is it that you're traveling?
That's something you put on your Tinder profile. You know what I mean? You don't put that on your work profile. You know what I mean?
So what would be a good resume in terms of
just
hard work, doing what?
Just the truth, man. Just be
the
honest.
The truth is, I love boxing, for example.
So
what if I put it on my resume?
Don't be random. Like, I love eating Pringles and watching Netflix.
But I do love boxing.
What actually?
Okay, but
are you going to...
Right.
Is it for boxing?
Why do you like watching boxing?
Yeah.
What interests you in boxing?
The blood.
No.
Yeah, because that would be something not to do.
Because whenever I do my boxing session, it's the time when I think the most. I'm thinking stuff while I'm hitting the head in the back.
Yeah,
So
but
the
that's
question is,
just-
why do you like watch boxing? Why do you like watching? I can't even speak now.
Why you like watch box?
Why you like watch box? For what reason? What's your passion with boxing? What's the passion of seeing two people hit each other?
Or is it what got them to that moment? Hard work, being able to be have so much.
He was supposed to say that.
Oh, sorry.
Man, why I love boxing.
He's gonna say that.
Say what I say.
I mean, is there an answer with that? I mean, I just love the process of doing the drills, the heavy back, the jump rope, the music in my ears, and it helps me think. I mean, it's 2 hours of boxing session. It's me and me. It's the only time I have with myself, and I'm thinking stuff. I'm listening to music. I even listen to podcasts when I'm boxing. I mean, I'm that kind of weirdo, but actually, maybe it's the excuse in finding time with myself alone.
It's Janna's time.
Nah. Because the rest 20 hours of the day, I have my kids, I have my wife, I have my colleagues, I have
I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it.
Yeah, but you knew he was going to do that an hour ago.
I wasn't too sure because I wasn't too sure if you were, but then yeah.
1 minute, wait.
What if you were getting a candidate and she or he, I mean, I get that a lot. I mean, we should stop saying he or she. We should find something.
The candidate. The candidate.
Yeah.
Checkmate, mate.
What if
if
the candidate?
Hold on, Jano, sorry. OMG, how did that happen? How did I not see that?
Well,
man?
what
I thought I
happened
had that
was,
pinned.
what happened was like I sort of done this, and just turned the book. All I want to say is well done. Come on, it's
It's 2-0 now.
Yeah, but it's because like, do you know this thing that you told me at the beginning at the pool table? So now we play for money.
Okay, sure.
No.
Money changes everything.
No, he got he was in he
Even
got hustled.
Sydney.
Yeah, it's in Sydney.
Some
Played
bar in
pool with
Sydney.
some ladies.
Yeah.
Beat them. Then they were okay. Let's play for money. Jacob Harrison.
Yeah.
That's what I was gonna do. But
That's from a movie
It's real life.
It was real life.
of
But
yours.
I would have got.
You did what? You bluffed?
No, they bluffed. They hustled us. So they say, guys, do you want to have a quick guys, do you want... How do you use an Australian accent?
They were like,
Do you want to have a quick game? No, that's not it either. She's good at accent. She's the accent person. I'm learning from her.
Australian.
Thelma, are you Australian?
No,
Do you know Crocodile Dundee?
She's from Surrey.
I will say.
Zeri.
Close
The
to
city
you,
that
Australia.
was it. How they
Gary Vaynerchuk once said in one of his content, I mean, if your content works, change it so that you can explore other types.
Yeah, that's what I get bored. I see many people doing videos and just doing the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
I get bored. If I don't think I would enjoy watching it, I don't want to watch. I don't want to make it. I want to.
Yeah, the thing is, are you making content for you or for your audience? What if your audience love your content and
Yeah, but
they
I'm
don't
not
want
gonna-
you to change it?
Yeah, but no, I would always, if they like my content, they like what's in my brain, let's say, what I'm coming up with. Because I've switched it a lot of times and people like it. Some people don't. It's always going to be the case. But I want to do what makes me happy. I'm not going to do and what I find funny. If
Nah,
I'm doing content for other people.
Because at the end of the day, you're a solo man. So.
Yeah, and then you're just going to be, you're going to be a sheep, you know, and be so, you're not going to be unique. Like when I go and do stand-up, if I'm going to say the things that people want to hear, then I might be like someone else. And instead of the things that are in my brain and that things that have happened to me, then I'll be unique and they will enjoy it as well. So I want to do the things that excite me and I find funny, I find entertaining, and then I'm sure they will love it as well.
Are you editing your videos on your own?
Yeah.
No?
No. Yeah, I need a better camera.
They're okay, right?
Thelma helps me all the time.
They're okay. It's not the camera.
No.
It's the content as such.
No. I need to, do you know what?
You need to upgrade.
Big time. I want to talk to you about something after. I have a really good idea and I want to do it with you guys.
I'm open to ideas.
Good. It's a sketch, but I think it will go bang. And not just in the Cypriot audience. So it'll be like, but if we do it together, then we'll do like a deal on the YouTube revenue.
I like it. Billions of views, millions.
I think it will, because it's a good idea. I think it's a really good idea. So this is proof what we just said. So like, if you agree, do you agree?
Yes. Anto, do you agree?
it's not
Am I
really.
lying? I think he's blushing. He's lying.
If you like it, we'll do it.
Nada.
And I think it would be, because I've had it written on my idea list for ages, but it needs a storyboard. It needs to be written correctly. It needs like some props, some extras.
Do you know that I kind of learned that sometimes I found myself that downgrading your opinion sometimes works. Do you know how many podcast episodes right after we, for example, let's say we're done with this one, and I'm like, you know, how many times I've told you, man, that was not good, mate. Anyways, let's post it, and next one we'll see.
Yeah.
And the internet's reaction was quite the opposite. And it's like a lesson to me that your opinion doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's what the internet says or judges or
But you
whatever.
still need to be proud of
Right,
your
I was having I was questioning our podcast due to the language.
Yeah, you were saying before.
The English language. I'm not gonna listen to it or watch it, but I got a lot of comments.
I saw some comments. They really liked how we switched.
No. I even got scared with our podcast that they were gonna like, "Adure milade Kipria, gare Inglesukia, chetsi pramada."
Yeah,
And
but
no,
the people need to understand that we are, well, you're Cypriot, isn't it?
South African, Cypriot, or
Yeah, but we like, even though we speak English, we are Cypriot. We're proud to be Cypriot.
Yeah.
It's just we can express ourselves much better in English.
nada.
And if we talk Cypriot, you're not going to understand half of it.
What they don't like is this. Like, say, let's suppose that this is a Greek podcast, and I go like, σήμερα πια στο Starbucks και έπιασα a cup of coffee for me. They hate that. They hate that. Καταλάβες? Why do you mix up Greek with English? I mean, it's not marketing. I mean, how else am I gonna say marketing in Greek? It's not economics.
Marketing.
Marketing. Εντάξει ρε, we need to speak a little bit fluently, ναι, για να κρατήσουμε το τούτο. Αλλά you cannot say, ρε, πρέπει να πάμε από εκεί down the stairs, ρε. They hate that.
Ναι, αλλά I can't help that. If I'm talking, even when I go to England, I was on the underground and I was like, excuse me, like, πού είναι τούτο? And they'll be like, some Ingleses are looking at me like, what?
Are you
And I'm
Russian?
like, oh shit, sorry. Like, you know, because I forget. I just talk. That's the way I talk now. And it's quite scary. That's why I've decided I'm trying to just talk English. Because if I want to be a stand-up comedian in the future and I'm in front of people that aren't Greek or Cypriot, it's like a tick now. So when I'm talking, it
Re.
will come out.
Do you use re?
Yeah, I always use re.
Nah.
And when my friend calls, I go, hey. Yeah, and he's like, and he just like cusses me down. Or re, or
Why
re.
don't you make a video how people in different countries answer the phone and end up with the Cypriot version? And it means a lot of things.
Yeah, you watch.
could be.
If people lasted this long, someone's going to do it now on TikTok.
Nah. Million of views.
Hello. I should just do it now on hi.
You know what?
Michał.
It's the outcome of globalization. It's going to have an impact on language as well. We're becoming one.
Like, so you mean like English everywhere, or?
Mix English with everything.
I'm sure they do it in other countries as well.
Nere. Have you?
But could you imagine it in Chinese? That'd be cool.
Like in Chinese, they have a lot of dialects.
Like, how are you? Michał, mate, where are you going today? Like, I don't know. Would it go? Do you think they do that?
Me and my friends were mixing 3 languages: English, Greek, and Russian. Always.
But yeah, but you're like migrate in
That's level 100.
Cyprus. No, but
Sometimes we're like
That's
switching
pill
like 3
popping,
Привет.
scene watching.
Привет. Where you go? I love it. I think that's so cool.
look, go on Rick archive, like see, and look for news at 8 of 1995. The way they talk is way different than the way they talk today. nothing changed.
True.
The accent,
True.
the
Even the way they look, they're like, like their face does not. I don't think they blink.
no, nothing.
Nothing. But that's what I find different. Like like news in England. I feel like there's more.
It's evolving.
No, it's like it's a person. Like I don't know.
They're casual.
They've got a character.
Yeah.
Ναι, ρε. I was having a discussion with my gumbaro yesterday, and we were talking about the way news are being presented in other countries like France or Italy or England, and it's like it's casual. It's not like in Sigma or Antenna. Κυρίες και κύριοι, καλώς ορίσατε στις ιδέες. They do this thing. It's as if they're pros in other countries, as if they know their shit. Like say, in Cyprus they all have, as if they come out of the same news academy.
Yeah, you can also tell in the interviews. So when they interview,
Turn your mic to point at you, mate.
when they interview specific people, an interview is not there just to ask questions. Okay, the interview is there to ask questions and then to go with the response.
And I'm sure they have an end goal, what they want to hear and what
They have the end goal, exactly. So, and if they don't get it, then they'll try left, right,
Manipulate
left, right,
you
left, right,
into
left,
saying
right,
it.
until you say something you're not supposed to say, and they're like, aha! They don't really say this, but they think of this. Specific countries, you don't really get this. Like in South Africa, you don't really get this. In Cyprus, you don't really get this. But in the US, they get this. One of the things is the Gayle King. I keep on saying this in every podcast I do. Gayle King interview of R. Kelly. So, he started screaming and shouting and crying and stuff. She didn't really care. She's like, I'm going to tap into this and I'm going to get the truth.
When he went like that, she was mostly going, whoa.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Same thing with the Prince Andrew interview with I think it was Channel 4, BBC, I'm not really sure. And, she's like, but, did you have an affair? And he's like, and she just kept on going. She just kept on going. She just kept on going. And that was the only interview that he did.
Sounds like the noises he was doing during his affair.
But in Cyprus, you're not going to get that. They're going to be like, did you do this? No. Okay, cool. Let's go to the next question.
Yeah, but in Cyprus, everyone knows everyone. Like, if your name is tainted in Cyprus, that's it. Finish. You leave country. Leave country.
Depends who you know.
And that's proven. What just happened with passports, etc.
Exactly, yeah.
The mark will always be on you.
Yeah.
It's gonna follow you.
Yeah, fair enough. But if you're getting 5K a month for just earlier retirement, I don't think that's
unless
fair.
you are a mushama, as they say. How do you call mushama in English?
Mushama, isn't that like a
cloth?
Yeah.
A cloth. Yeah. A plastic.
What, more like a sponge or something that you?
No, it's not a sponge.
You suck everything.
It's a waterproof that.
But is that what you mean though? Like a sponge that it absorbs?
No, it's exactly the opposite.
Nothing affects you, like nylon.
Nylon. It's nylon.
I could never.
Do you know how many cases we have in Cyprus with thieves, with corrupted politicians, with corrupted journalists, and they're having positions even today as we speak, and they don't give a fuck. They don't care.
Yeah,
they're mushamais. They're nylons.
Yeah, but these people, I don't know. They ain't got hearts, man. I could never do something like that. I could, you know what I mean? Like if I could.
It's like an ostrich. They put their heads under the sand and they think that no one sees them.
And then they come out now and again, and be like, "Ibn ganas tibote."
My honche.
That's the one. Oh man, I don't.
Μα ποιος ρε.
Yeah.
There is a trend now on TikTok. Say that you're a Cypriot
I've seen
without
saying you're a
it.
Cypriot.
Do as a say. Is it say or show? What is it? Show you're a Cypriot without saying it?
Yeah, without saying it.
You know,
but if I had a long finger now, you just go like that.
Yeah, but you don't have. So
without saying you're a Cypriot.
That could be a Greek. That could be a Greek guy as well, or
It's got the map of Cyprus. It's got the map of Cyprus. It's Cyprus.
Map of Cyprus. What about this? Do they challenge to this? I mean,
it's more than
might with the fingers.
Yeah, but that goes with everything. It's like the Coke. It's like I love you. What the fuck? What are you talking about?
Anything.
It goes with everything. It's like Coca-Cola for Italians.
That's why watching an Italian interrogation, you don't really know what's happening because it's always like this. You know, what is it? Is he angry? Is he not angry? Does he have proof? He doesn't have proof.
That would be a funny video though, like interrogation with or something with a Cypriot and an Italian.
do it.
Because then like, the Italian's like this, and then when the Cypriot, I don't know. We will have our
Cypriots are like they do a lot of this and
I've done a
like,
video, Greek Sign Language, and it's on. I think it might have. No, it's
that's
not,
a Greek one.
Yeah. You know, I've done the sign language video, done really good, and I was like, I forgot the main one. I forgot like that, and you know stuff. That balls more. That's
an
Italian.
I think it's Italian.
Italian.
Isn't it? And there's one in Italian. I think it is, which is really bad. I don't know, film if this is right. It's when they go like this.
What's that?
Is that one?
You want to take out your teeth?
Never
Yeah.
seen anyone do that.
Google it. We got
Google what?
There is
Google
Google what?
thumb tooth, flick.
thumb tooth insults.
There
Russians
is.
are doing this. Actually, it's coming from prisons and stuff like that, from streets, you know.
Yeah, because I was born on the streets.
If you do this, if you will say a word and you'll do this, it means if you will not do it, you're done.
You're
so
gone.
this it means like you have to do it 100%.
What about this one?
Imagine, yeah.
Who does that?
No, it's that one, isn't it?
No, what is that?
I think that's Italians as well,
it's
right?
Italian.
But
Or
I
is
think
it
all
Chinese?
of these are Arabic as well, I think.
I'm seeing a train here with the Italians. The Chinese, they don't
have something.
They don't do Chinese.
I'll show you now.
They'll just stare at you.
When
That's-
we wanna point at someone, it's like no. When we wanna point ourselves, εκεί πρέπει να λαλούν, they do this.
Okay.
The Americans do something like that.
Okay.
The Chinese, they do this. If you go and watch Jackie Chan movies, they're like this.
Who said that? Well, it was me.
Did I say that?
That's okay.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you see it in like when there's like a little fight.
Cab driver, are you talking to me? It's what's Robert De Niro? Are you talking to me?
Are you talking to me, to Robert De Niro?
Yeah. It's Robert De Niro. What's the taxi driver? Cab driver. Taxi driver.
Yeah, but he's like,
Are you talking to me?
yeah, but
No, you're talking-
what he
no,
means
does-
is like this.
Yeah.
I remember in like 80s, 90s movies when the lips they don't match.
Didn't
and they're like,
synchronize.
No.
me, you.
It used to go with the Chinese movies, Bruce Lee and stuff, and Jackie Chan mainly.
I like the way you say Bruce Lee.
Bruce Lee.
Huh?
Bruce.
Bruce
Lee.
Lee.
It's Bruce.
Yeah, it's cute.
Bruce sounds nicer.
I
Now he's gonna be self-conscious when he's talking about Bruce Lee from now on.
Bruce.
He's like
Is
Mr.
it
Lee.
Bruce?
Bruce.
It's very English.
Hablo inglés, ¿verdad?
It's weird how people like using their verbal signs from country to country.
But you know what doesn't have barriers?
What?
Body language
What do you mean?
and micro-expressions.
I mean, the
Body language.
subconscious ones.
No matter what language you speak, or no matter what nationality you are, you always do the same thing when you're in that specific situation.
I mean, like this thing.
Anything.
This thing.
So if I'm uncomfortable with him right now and I kind of want to leave, I'll probably move my body towards the side. Okay, that's internationally done, right?
I'm like this, but there's no door this way.
Peter's all over the place.
You can't really change that, and that's
true, yeah.
international. I mean, whether you Scandinavian or it's standard.
I think it's like even if you're
it's universal. It's universal.
Even if you're sitting with a girl on a sofa and she crosses over that way and away from you, you ain't getting any.
Because probably you might smell as well. I don't know. It depends.
I like that.
There's
That's the South African thing I love.
That's
As well.
It's multi. Yeah, because it's not always just one thing. It's multiple things.
No, the way you say as well.
As well.
I say as well.
As well.
As well.
Ah,
it's like
the
it's two
emphasis.
words. As well. I love that.
Now it's got Bruce Lee as
And
well.
Bruce Lee as well.
Speaking about dialect and grammar and syntax, I love it when Peter uses was in all of his tenses.
Was.
Yeah.
Was as in. So
You're going to make me think that now. And I'm
No.
gonna be like,
Let me give you an example.
I was.
Yeah, that's common. No.
We was.
Yeah.
Okay.
We was.
That's English. I think that's more English.
We was. He was.
There's not. We
When-
was.
when
We
we
were.
are was.
Isn't it?
When
we
we
were.
were younger in school, we was always in trouble,
Peter
something like
is
is
this.
saying
Yeah.
we was. And I
Okay.
like it.
You
It's
Yeah.
got
not.
me. I wasn't educated.
It's not a dialect.
My sister says I speak wrong as well. I can't speak fluent Greek. I can't speak fluent English.
So it's not a dialect. It's just
No,
because
no,
That's
it's
just
not.
me.
no, I've heard it from.
no.
No,
I've
but
heard it-
the correct way of saying is we were, and I'm we was.
But it's not the case of not knowing.
You're
correct
not
English.
even
I think-
saying it's me phone, mate. It's not. It's me phone. It's my phone.
That's not my accent.
Yeah,
That's me phone. Where's me phone? I've lost me phone.
Is
that is your impression of me?
I just want to say that
You change from Cyprus to Cyprus leprechaun.
people, I mean, there are dialects in Great Britain that say it's me phone, mate. Okay, it's me phone. It's not me phone.
Who is that right
it's
now?
Yeah,
Is that him?
what accent is that?
It's Irish.
Isn't it Irish?
Yeah.
Go on there.
It's me phone.
It's me phone. I can do a good Irish accent. Can you do it?
Leprechaun.
It's me phone, mate. What's your number? My number's 33. 33.
Yeah. Thank you, mate.
I was gonna say, I forgot now. Doesn't matter.
So the
I was gonna say.
nah,
Now every time I say was.
nah, it's not a matter of saying it wrong. I think it's a dialect
Yeah.
Yeah, it could be, yes.
Yeah, I hope so.
because I think I've heard it before. Are you Welsh or something?
No.
No, if I was Welsh, you wouldn't understand him.
Nah,
Yeah.
I've heard. I've watched the episode where Charles was nominated. Not nominated. How do you-
Yeah. And you had to.
yeah, coronated.
Coronated, yeah.
As the Prince of Wales.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful language.
Mm.
Is it Celt language? Is it
Celtic. Probably.
Celtic?
Yeah.
It's harsh, it's rough.
You can't pronounce anything. Have you seen the names of the roads? And
No.
stuff like that, and the places and the doors.
They're like huge.
Listen, write in. Everyone write in quickly. You got a mobile?
In Welsh?
Yeah, Welsh town names, and everyone try and pronounce one. Whatever one you get that looks dodgy, try and pronounce it. Oh, here we go. I've got one. Yeah, thank you.
Oh, this is easy. Right?
Lanfen Pulgol.
Ray, I love it, Ray. It's,
Oh,
it's
so
a-
sexy.
it's
Do you
a
want to go?
mix-
I'm going to take you to Lung Wung from Bung Wung and give you some Bung Bung
for a weekend.
for the weekend, and we're going to get Bung Bung. This is bad.
It's a weird language. It's a weird language.
Go on, read one. I bet he's going to do it perfect as well.
Cardigan.
That's that. I've done that.
It was the first ones that came up because they wanted to make.
Yeah, go on. There we go.
Rojmashlang, what? Roslang Rangchurogong. I got that to a T. I'm moving to Wales.
Imagine we go to Wales, we go out, get drunk, taxi driver picks us up. Where do you want to go,
You'll
guys?
find your place exactly to the
Oh,
T.
just drop us off wherever you want.
And imagine that place being another place if you change a letter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
100 kilometers
Most
away.
Yeah, but
Because
your
you haven't
passports with you, huh?
because
You
you
got
haven't
passport.
pronounced the word correctly
oh my god, that
for one letter.
I could just imagine the conversation in the back of everyone that's drunk. Going,
I did it once. We were at Paris, and I was playing smartass, and instead of telling him take us to terminal 2, yeah, I told him take us to terminal 3 because I thought it was 2 and it's un de 3, so I skipped a number, and he took us to terminal 3, but it's terminal 3. I wanted to say terminal 2, and it's un de 3, so I had to say take us to terminal 2, and I fucked up. And I almost missed my flight.
Never again.
What happened when
Never
he took you there?
again.
You were
Only
like,
in English. 3, 1, 2, 3.
when he took you there, you was like, no, toi, this is deux. He was like, no, deux.
He turns around.
You
and
was
says,
like-
My wife was totally angry with me, she was, you're trying to play smart and we're gonna lose our flight. Just say in fucking English. Terminal 2. What on the toi?
You should have said it in English.
In hindsight, you should have.
We almost, was it in, yeah, we were in Paris with my daughter. My daughter was with us as well.
And she's like, Dad.
No, she didn't
Understand.
Nah. We were running though from terminal 3 to the. Have you finished your game, or is it?
I won twice.
He beat me twice. It's unbelievable.
Okay, so let's wrap it up. I really enjoyed it.
I really enjoyed it. It was really
love
fun.
Not that I won. I mean, I just enjoyed your company in general.
Thank you
It
very
was
much.
something different. Who had the idea? Was it Anto? It was your
It was
idea,
Anton,
yeah?
he commented.
Yeah,
It
because
was a setup.
he said I like playing chess, and I was like Queen's Gambit because I watched it like a couple of times, and I don't particularly like it, but I kind of like it.
Couple of times. You watched it once before. But a couple of times, 4 years old, world champion.
Cyprus
Give
champion.
me a wish for 2021. Not a funny one.
Wish.
Yeah. Coming straight from the heart.
For ourselves personally or for...
Nah, but for yourself. I mean, skip the I hope everything it's okay, healthy, love. No.
World peace.
Yeah. Personal, like New Year's resolution. Kind of.
My New Year's resolution... All right, let's just pretend that the world is opening up and everything's going to be fine. My New Year's resolution is to create more high quality content and make the whole world laugh.
Okay.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's the only thing in my mind.
Yeah. Sounds honest. What about you, Anto?
It's to be able to teach as many people as I can and transfer my knowledge so that when people are lied to, they actually know in any way, shape or form, whether it's business or personal. I'm more into personal stuff rather than business. So if you're in a relationship, if you're in a partnership and that person's lying to you, you get the heads up. Business, exactly the same thing. So if you're in an interview and someone's lying to you, you get, you don't take it for face value that they're telling you the truth. Just general to get people to stop lying, so that people opposite you actually know that you're full of shit. And they call you out.
Because a lot of people in business are really trying to just find that person that fit that role, and it's a shame that someone can lie, and then after you get into a point where you can't fire them, and then do you know what I mean? And then just
It's
get
not
into
about that. It's just a case of if you're not the right fit for that position. I mean, you know how many interviews I've conducted and they say, what's the one thing that you like the most? Oh my God, I love working under pressure. No, you don't.
Nobody does.
No one does. So why the hell would you say? So can you name one time you were under pressure? Oh my God, yeah, there was one time I could actually kill my boss. He just came. Hold on, but I thought you like working under pressure, so why would you kill your boss?
I like murder as well.
I didn't mean it that way. I just meant that, okay, so you don't really like working under pressure.
Working under pressure makes you better though, but it doesn't mean you like it.
No, that's what I'm saying. So don't say the stuff that you like. Say, I like this. I don't mind working under pressure because I know that that's the working environment.
I'm good under
Deadlines.
pressure.
Yeah. I'm
Not
good.
I like
handle pressure.
Yeah. Not like, how's work today? Need more pressure.
It's not gonna happen.
Pressure.
You get people to say, what's the most important thing that you're looking for in a position? Name me the 3 most important things in order. And the first thing they say is environment, right? I want to work in a nice environment with a nice office. Second thing is the culture. I want the company to have nice culture because they read this on the interview scripts, right?
Yeah.
And what's the third thing? And the third thing is the money. Okay, let's just rearrange that. The first thing is the money, because if I gave you the corner office with a beautiful leather office set overlooking Magariu or in Limassol, right? And I'm going to pay you €1,000 for this job. You're going to say, sorry, I'm not going to take it, right? Yes. Okay. So let's take a step back. What's the most important thing for you?
Would you respect me if I just said, like, I just want to make money, work hard, make money. That's it.
Yeah, but if I was hiring for
Get rich. Fuck Mitches.
If I was hiring for a position that's in the office 8 hours a day, I would say you're not a good fit. But if you're into sales industry and I'm looking for a sales rep, I would say, you know what, the world's your oyster. Go ahead and do it, because I know you're going to work hard to be able to make that money.
Do you think I'm a good candidate to get hired?
For what position?
Any position.
Yeah,
Stand-up comedy maybe.
Because you're an awesome
No,
guy.
but I'm good in the office. Well, I'm very good on computers.
You're very good with people.
Computers.
Okay,
And people.
let me ask you this question. Do you want to be in a job where you're working with computers 9 hours a day, 5 days a week?
Well, I've done that for so many years. I don't want it anymore now.
So you don't want, okay, so I wouldn't hire you based on that, because I know that you're not that, I mean, you can do, everyone can do
But I need the money. I like pressure. Give me pressure.
Pile it on, pile it on. You know,
I like to travel.
I was actually interviewing someone a couple of years
Netflix.
ago. It was for data, analyzing data analytics. And he came into the interview, and this guy was a salesperson. Like, from the bat, he was sales. So I told him, look, have you ever actually thought of entering into the sales market, like salesperson? He goes, no, me, sales? No. And I was like, no, but I mean, I've been there, done that. I can see a salesperson, you know, I can tell it. And he said, no, I've never done. Anyway, long story short, I didn't hire him. We still kept in touch, and now he's in sales and he's flying with commission. So that's what I'm saying. You get the interview is not just asking the same questions and you give me the same crap answers. It's I need to get to know you more.
But it's
and I would
also-
say, you're doing 8 hours a day web design. Do you like that? What are you passionate about? And you say, I can create stuff. And I'll say, okay, so he's creating stuff. He's not the type of person to say, you have to do this. You're the type of person to say, do this and then add your own flavor.
Yeah.
And if that job doesn't entail you to do this, I'm not going to say I'm going to hire you for that job, because 6 months later, you're going to leave. 8 months later, you're going to leave. I don't want to hire someone based on you need the money. Everyone needs the money, but you need to be happy in what you're doing. Something that you mentioned previously with your pieces. You know, do you listen to the public and what they say? And he said, no, the reason is you have to make stuff that you're passionate about.
I do to an extent.
I know,
you know,
but you still need to be passionate about that content that you put
And
out.
out of
not to be-
curiosity, sometimes.
Because if the public are saying it, they're saying it to everyone. And everyone's
Exactly,
listening.
yes,
and everyone's
yes.
going to create that. And what keeps you unique?
Yeah.
You know, that's...
But you're not going to follow the peer pressure of what people are telling you every single time you issue a video.
Nah.
Because you're putting yourself in that skit. You're putting yourself...
What I think is, at the beginning when I started making videos, not a lot of people were doing them type of videos.
Yeah.
That's why I got to where I was. Now, there's a lot of people, there's a lot of competition, there's a lot of people doing it. I don't really class it as competition, because if people are trying to make people smile and laugh, bravo, everyone, we need more of that in the world. But now, if I want to keep going the way I want to go, I need to become more unique, more creative, and not follow. Sometimes I don't want to follow the trends. I want to do something different.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So,
Discover. Actually,
I want to create the trend.
The people that came
Bravo,
after you
Ren.
are following you. You're setting the trend. That's what I said right in the beginning. You're the one that started. You're setting the trend for everyone else. Everyone else is just following what Cypriot Smurf was doing. You're setting the trend. And you're putting the benchmark higher and higher and higher and higher.
Yeah, so there was a guy, Mario, he used to do this back in the day, then he stopped, and now he's doing fitness. So like, I don't like to say that I was the first. I don't want to, you know, because there were people before me. Even Costa, look at him. He was
Yeah, but the
amazing.
times are different though. Social media didn't have...
Costa was today.
If he started with social media, he would have smashed it.
He will have nailed it.
His interviews, him on TV was so different to anyone on TV now. You know, every old interview.
And
that
even today, his content, it's relevant today.
But it's funny as well. It's a different humor. It's like, I think.
Do
it's
you
like,
know
it's
him?
Like this, no, I don't. I would love to meet him. I think he works in Buffalo in a hotel. But
Does he play chess?
yeah,
I don't
you should
know, but
invite him on.
Nere,
Amazing.
actually, I thought about it like a couple of months ago when I was like surfing on YouTube, and he came up for a reason. I don't know why. And I thought to myself, where is this guy?
Buffalo, somewhere in Buffalo.
I mean, not where actually he, I mean, geographically, but
What is he doing? What is he up
used
to?
to be for like 5 years a thing.
I would love to know as well.
Nah.
Maybe it's the media that he needed to get out of it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
All the TV shows now, same. Same. And they all turn into bazooka. Why is that? They all like, I don't know what it is.
Someone singing and playing bouzouki and smashing dishes. It might start off who wants to become a millionaire, you know, the trivia game. And the highlight episode of the year, they invite, I don't know, 2 actors and 2 singers, and they should sing bouzouka, and it becomes like Stini Yammas thing from I want to be a millionaire to Stini Yammas.
Yeah, because I went on the show. I went three times.
Which one?
Lewis Knight show.
Okay.
I went 3
How
times.
was it like?
Everyone's great, but it just wasn't for me. It wasn't me. It wasn't for me. Personally, because I had to talk Greek, just like that's why I came to you and we started talking English. Because I had to talk Greek, I felt like they were laughing at the way I was talking, not for what I was saying.
At the content.
Yeah. And I didn't like that. I want to be a comedian. I want to say things and make people laugh, not to be laughed at, if that
Nah.
makes sense. I don't mind being laughed at.
So you're not Jerry Lewis slapstick comedy. You're more
As long as I can do it in my own language, I'll smash it.
Jerry Seinfeld type of stuff.
Yeah. But yeah, they gave me a good opportunity. It was
Exposure.
yeah. It was good, but
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything.
yeah, it was good, but it wasn't for me. And I don't want to have a boss. I work so hard to get to a certain point that I want to be the only person I talk like I
Report to.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can do it.
And-
With social media nowadays, you can do it. I mean, there are a lot of
Yeah, of
kids.
course.
The only thing in my mind now is when we can go out and start traveling. I'm just going to be on the road, doing as many shows as I can.
But,
And as many videos. Yeah.
Yeah, the videos. I've got the ideas, and that's it. And you're going to be there for a lot of them, but that's it. I just want to be on the road, even for a year. If I make it, I make it. If I don't, I don't. And
But
just carry on.
you never know. The process of doing something might take you to a different path.
Exactly. Yeah.
But
You
that's
know what
what's
I'm
exciting,
saying?
though.
Nah,
Yeah, that's what's
you
exciting.
start for a quest and you end up somewhere else. And the things that I've done in my life so far are probably 10% out of the things that I planned doing 10 years ago.
Same. Just like I said before, my career just started and then coronavirus came.
Nah.
So I haven't even began my journey. So that's what I'm excited for.
Yeah, but maybe that was the reason you came to this podcast.
Yeah.
You've done a
No,
couple
I'm
of
happy.
podcast shows, and it ended up someone listened to you that has a bar, I don't know, in Manhattan, a Greek Cypriot that listens
I'm
to
happy
our
that
podcast.
it happened. I've got so much content written down and like stand up because I slowed down on videos and just writing stand up that could cater for Greeks, Cypriots, and people that aren't Greek or Cypriot because I want to get into that sort of thing as well. Like I've got a really good friend, Eleanor, Australian comedian. She's doing great and we're really close as well. She's going to be big and I'm going to open up for her one day and that'll be an honor.
She's Greek Cypriot?
No, she's Australian, Italian, but she loves Cyprus. She's been here for so many times. And she's in Berlin at the minute. But she came and done so many shows over here before.
Elena.
Yeah, Gabrielle.
Elena Gabriel.
Yeah, when she comes over, give her. But it's a
Elena Gabriel.
story dating. Story. It's like true dating stories about dates and everything like that.
Okay.
I'll show you her link. It's very dirty, if I can say it. That's the only way I can say it.
Erotica.
Yeah, about dates, about things
Yeah,
that's
soft
happened.
porn, let's say.
Yeah.
Would you that? Anyways, guys.
That was our goodbye.
That was
I think I started you off when
Yes,
and then
yeah.
it just carried on. Right, I'm just gonna shut up now.
Anyways, it was a pleasure having you both.
It was a pleasure.
So it's the end up of these week's shooting. We're shooting 3 podcast episodes. Let's say they're kind of special. Hope see you again next year,
100%.
2021.
Definitely.
Under any circumstances, even for a coffee or whatever,
Yeah.
or a website. I mean, he's a web designer.
Or a rematch.
Bravo, rematch.
I'm
So, Happy New Year.
Happy
All the
New
best.
Year. Happy
Likewise.
New Year. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Happy
Very
New
nice
Year.
to meet you.
Likewise.
Made a new friend as well, you know.
Help me out.